Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Daily Life. I'm your host, the star of the Daily Life, Tom Johnson. And today I'm talking about construction. Now this has got to be one of my least favorite topics of all time. Construction really sucks. And let me tell you, in the town that I live in, we've had a lot of it over this summer. We have been put through the ropes. Let me tell you, my goodness. It's been brutal out there on the roads. Cannot believe it. I do not live on a dead-end street, but for the most part of this summer, it has felt like it. I might as well have been living on a dead-end road because there was so much construction. First of all, I live in an apartment building, as I've mentioned before. There's an entrance to the highway right there, right by the building. Could you use it? No, it's been closed for a year and a half now. And they took a bridge that goes across the way. And they just decided, hey, we're going to just take this off for like 3 months. You need to get around the city? Oh, too bad. You can find another way. And that happened. So we were all really pissed off that we couldn't, like, then if you wanted to drive where you would go across the bridge, you had to like snake around and go through the streets and blah blah blah. And it was brutal. I mean, it really was brutal. It honestly was brutal. It was brutal. It was brutal. I don't know how else I can impart to you how I feel other than saying that it was brutal. It really was brutal. And the businesses that are on the street lost a lot of money too. I mean, they must have been pissed. And the thing that I wanted to know is, why couldn't you have like did this and then, oh, by the way, so it's not enough that we're going to shut down your entrance to the highway and we're going to take off the bridge and businesses are losing money. We're also going to fix the street going the other direction. So like I was living in this little island with construction all around me. And sometimes they have to do it at night and they put these giant floodlights out. And of course my blinds are not that great, so the light would come in. And I couldn't sleep. Now luckily I don't live here in the summer, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but you know, I do know people that lived up here in the summer and it was pretty like legitimate. I mean, you can't sleep, nothing else matters really at the end of the day. I mean, what could happen? I don't know. It's it was really hard on us. I wish I could fire every urban planner who designs. Now, that's a little harsh. I mean, firing all the urban planners, they just need to do a better job of their job. Their job is to urban plan. And you have to think about these things when you're doing construction projects. You're impacting people's lives. You're impacting their commutes. Traffic has to move. Yes, the system's going to work nice when it gets done. They're building an LRT system. But there's 4 more years till that's done, folks. We got to think about the traffic situation now and how we're going to run the city for the next 4 years. It's not good enough to say it's going to be good in 4 years. What about those 4 years until we get there? You know, like, come on. Things have to happen in that time. I mean, I appreciate that the mistakes are corrected now and that we have the bridge back up and they fixed the road. But this summer was brutal. And then, on top of all of that, they decided to pave the sidewalk. So you couldn't even walk. It was an island. It was brutal. You almost had to take a taxi if you wanted to go anywhere. You couldn't walk, you couldn't hit the push, you couldn't drive, you couldn't do anything. Just sit here and flick the lighter on and off. It's pretty much all you could do. My goodness. So, I mean, that's the negative aspects of construction. Now let's turn to some of the positive aspects of construction. Now, construction is great because it enables us as a society, especially in tough economic, and these are still tough economic times. I mean, yes, it's been 6 years since the big crash, But these are still tough economic times. Do not make any mistake about it. These are tough. It's tough out there to get a job. It's tough to do anything out of these wonderful walls of your home. It's really tough. My finger smells like lighter fluid now because I was doing this. Don't do that. Anyway, construction can be great. You can put the nation back to work. You can get things done, by goodness. I'm going to get things done. And they do, by and large. You do get things done, by and large. Streets are fixed. Bridges are built. Roads are fixed up. You build stadiums. It's pretty good stuff. Now, is it all good? No. But most of it's good. Sometimes public officials waste money. That's just kind of the, it's kind of the way that it works. Public officials will waste money from time to time. But does that mean we should stop all construction? Absolutely not. Or else things would, the infrastructure's crumbling. Everybody knows it. We got to fix it. And there's no better time to fix it than when the economy's doing bad, because then you have better infrastructure and people are working. And it kind of is a bridge to them until they get their job. See what I did there? Bridge, fix a bridge. Go figure. Now, on an unrelated topic, I'd like to read you something. Sealtest whipped butter. Made in Victoria, BC. You ever put butter on your toast? Butter's pretty good. Construction people use butter, believe it or not, to do things. They will actually fix things. Ah! My butter just fell in the trash. Luckily, there's no other garbage there, so it's okay. 2 little butter thingamajigs here. So, anyway, but yeah, you can use butter in construction to eat a sandwich. Yeah, that's something that occurs. You can also use it to butter up the grill if you're barbecuing at a construction site. The point that I'm trying to make here is that construction and butter go well together. Now, the other thing that happens at construction sites is there actually is a lot of fire. Because when you have to blast, hey, that's pretty cool. Look at that. It doesn't even look like there is fire. It just looks like the light bulb. It's pretty interesting. If I do it over here, you can clearly see it. If I bring it over, not so clear anymore. But there is a lot of fire at construction sites because they have to blast things. And that creates a lot of fire, and it creates a lot of debris. And they clean up the debris. They open the road, they open the bridge, they open the building, and people use it. And it's a really great thing. I'm in favor of investment in construction. And you should be too. That's a pretty good Real Deal Friday topic. Okay, well, we've only got a few seconds left for this week, so I think I shall announce the topic for next week. First themed week. Great ideas. And the theme is food. A thing that everybody loves. People love food. People love to eat food. And next week, breakfast will be the topic for Monday. So you start your week off right, sit down with a cup of coffee and have some breakfast as you watch A Daily Life starring your host, Tom Johnson. That's it for this week, folks. Have a great weekend. Drive safe. Don't drink and drive. Know where your children are at all times. See you next week.